Stella and Ella, the doll who traveled the stars. There once was a girl named Stella Bright who hugged her plush doll every day and night. The doll's name was Ella, soft and sweet, with button eyes and stitched-up feet. Stella was 4 when Ella came home. Together they'd play, never alone. They'd dance in the garden, laugh and sing, pretending that Ella was a living, real thing. But time, it flew by, as time always will, and Stella grew older, more curious still. At 8, she thought, Ella could be so much more. What if she could talk, dream and explore? So Stella worked hard, with wires and gears, gave Ella a brain and tiny engineer's ears. "Thank you," said Ella, her voice clear and bright. "I'll be your friend, from morning till night." But as Stella grew taller, becoming a teen, she gave Ella new parts, more than she'd seen. Ella changed from a plush to a robot so wise, with circuits that sparkled and glowing green eyes. One day, Stella said, "Ella, my dear, go see the stars. There's so much to hear. Fly through the galaxies, learn from afar, meet beings unknown, and wish on a star." So Ella set off on a ship made of light, with a wave and a promise to stay in sight. She soared past the moon, the planets, and Mars, till she met alien friends from worlds in the stars. Planet Zoggle, with the ink-splashing Zog's first stop, was Zoggle, a world full of bogs, home to the Zogs, who painted with frogs. They splattered and splashed, drew maps in the sky, and painted the planets with a brush of their eye. One Zog, named Tippy, tapped on Ella's screen. "You need a memory map to see what I mean." He gave her a gift, a map crystal clear. Now Ella could remember each place she drew near. With thanks in her voice and joy in her core, Ella beamed wide and said, "I can store so much more." Planet Jumpaloop, with the bouncing fluffins. Next stop was Jumpaloop, high in the clouds, where fluffins bounced high, laughing so loud. With tails like springs, they jumped here and there, and one named Boingy fixed Ella with care. "You're quick on your feet, but what of your leap?" So Boingy installed bouncy boots with a beep. Now Ella could hop to new heights, far and wide. She could jump past the stars and bounce with great pride. "Thank you," said Ella, hopping on air, then soared to new worlds, adventuring there. Planet Wumpity Wump, with the dancing Wizzlewumps, then on to Wumpity Wump, where Wizzlewumps dance, with feet upside down and heads in a trance. They spun and they twirled, so graceful and free. And one called, Wizzy waved Ella to see. "You move in straight lines, but that's such a bore. Let me teach you some flair, some spin, and some more." With a flick of his toes and a whir in his palms, he gave her spinning gears with dancing charms. Now Ella could twirl, with grace in her frame. "Thank you," she said, dancing circles of flame. Planet Glowtopia, with the buzzing globals. Next up was Glowtopia, a shimmering land, where globals lit up with sparks from their hands. They buzzed in the dark, like fireflies bright, and shimmered like stars in the stillness of night. One global, named Zing, floated near with a hum. "You're a fine little bot, but your glow's looking glum. I'll give you a spark to brighten it all," and shared glowing lights. Now Ella stood tall. Her circuits did gleam, her eyes were aglow. "Thank you," she beamed, like a star in the show. Planet Click Clack, with the Tinker Tin Bots, then on to Click Clack, the world of Tinker Tin Bots, where they tinkered and fixed gadgets in secret spots. One bot named Clanky looked at Ella's frame and noticed her arms were a bit plain. "Here, take these flexi arms. They're nimble and strong. They'll help you build, stretch, and tinker along." With thanks and a smile, Ella flexed her new hands. "Now I can build in all kinds of lands." Homecoming to planet Earth, through planets and stars, Ella roamed with glee. But deep down she thought, "Where's Stella? Where's she?" No upgrade or boost, no new shiny part could ever replace her dear friend in her heart. So, back to the blue-green world she did fly, with memories clear and glowing eyes high. She landed with grace on a hilltop so grand, and there stood Stella, waving her hand. "You found me," she cried, with joy in her voice. "I'm so glad you're back. What a wonderful choice." Ella gave a whirl, a bounce, and a glow. "I've learned so much more than you'd ever know. I met Zogs and Fluffins, Whizzle-Wumps too, Globals and Tinker-Tin bots, who knew how to make me the best I could ever be, but none could compare to what you mean to me." Stella hugged Ella, her robot, her friend. "I'm so glad you're home. This is not the end. For adventures are grand and new friends delight, but love is the star that always shines bright." So they laughed and they talked, as they always had done, with joy in their hearts, their story just begun. For no upgrade's as grand, no boost is as dear, as finding your home when your heart's truly near.